Hey, I'm back, and today we're going to talk about snacking when you're doing keto. You don't want to do it, and I want to talk about why. Okay, so we're going to talk about keto snacking. I tell you, so many people are messing up on this one. And everyone now is creating these keto snacks. So you have the beef sticks, you have the protein bars, you have the keto bombs, you got the keto cookies, you got the chocolate, you got the nuts, you got the keto ice cream, berries and cream, etc., etc., etc. Here's the problem, guys and girls. It's going to decrease your results significantly. You're not going to get results. You're going to plateau. What is the goal of keto? It is simply to decrease insulin. That's the main goal, to help normalize insulin. And I'm assuming you know this, but I'm just going to assume that you don't know this right now. Every time you eat anything of significant calories, you will spike insulin. So insulin is increased when you eat carbohydrates and when you eat anything. So what does that mean? It means that the more frequent the meals, the more the insulin, the less progress that you're going to make, not just with weight loss, with your overall health. I had this person recently contact me, and they just don't understand why their blood sugar is high on keto. And then I find out they're doing quite a few snacks. But everything's keto. So that's where the real problem is. So anything you eat. Now, let's say, for example, you eat something with low calories, like vegetables. That would be something that would be okay. It's not going to spike insulin too much, especially if it's like filled with fiber, like leafy greens. So that would be something as an exception because it's low calories. Now, the other point I want to make is this. So let's say you're doing intermittent fasting, and your first meal is at 12 noon, and the second meal is at 7 o'clock in the evening. But you have a snack, and you know what? You might say, this is my eating window, so I can pretty much graze or eat or snack within this period of time. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend eating anything within your eating window other than the first meal and the second meal, okay? Now, what's going to happen after the second meal is you don't want to snack after that. You want to let yourself fast from that point all the way to the next morning, to the next meal. I would recommend that you work up to an 18-hour fast to really see some significant changes. Some people need to go up to 20 hours. Some people need to go up to about 23 hours of fasting. That's going to produce some major, major results. All these keto snacks and the keto bombs, a lot of them are okay. Just eat them as a dessert or during the meal. Okay? Thanks for watching. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's some only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto and Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.